I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Morgan. And we know better.
Welcome back to us actually being glammed up, which hasn't happened in about a month.
Yeah, you could tell we kind of gave up probably 3 episodes in, like, okay, we're going to wear whatever the fuck we want, and we're not going to do our makeup. But...
Not that I thought we really had to, but it was more so just... I mean, Charlie Night, we had a motive. First episode, we had a motive. Because
for the second one, too, we were going to Mean Girls 2, and the first one was like,
Anyway, this is no longer, this is coming out mid-July, so this is not a Pride episode, but right now, we're still in Pride. We're pre-recording this. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Mm-hmm. But where we're going tonight is Sapphic Night.
Woo! We're major supporters of the Sapphic Night Queer Joy Party. I don't even know what company puts them on, but they make regular tours around the country, United States.
This is our third one.
Yes, and this is our third one we've been to. We were... even featured on their website.
Yes.
At the last one we went to.
The first one we went to was my favorite because we got bracelets with our numbers, and also I made some that said lesbian, blah, blah, blah. And we made a TikTok. We should post that on tonight.
Oh,
we should re-upload
that is a really good idea.
You'll see it. We recorded a TikTok of us going up to hot girls and offering them a bracelet.
Yeah, it was like, give a bracelet to 10 out of 10s, and yeah.
And I talked to one girl for a while. We were going to go on a date, and then she was like, I just don't think we're, like, compatible. You seem a little too wild and crazy for me. And I was like,
wait, did she say that?
Yes, sweater girl.
I know who you're talking about. I just didn't realize she said that you're too wild and crazy.
She was less hot when I woke up and I was sober, so.
Ooh. Well, and that's the thing about that TikTok. Oh, you could tell we were having drinks as the night went on. But yeah, we'll repost that on the...
I was dressed up as Chapel Roan.
Yes.
When Chapel was on her rise.
It was, like, right around when Good Luck Babe came out.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't make bracelets for tonight. I'll just bring
them to Naya.
Yeah.
Wrong person. Bring them to Naya's.
Yeah, we'll bring it to Naya's, because we're going to have plenty of time anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we got plenty of bitches. I didn't make out with anyone. I don't know if you did. I don't think you did.
Not at the
but that
first...
was, like, the summer.
Actually, neither of them.
Last summer, we were way, like, cooler and hotter. Not hotter, like, actually, but, like, in attitude. Like, winter, you were sober.
I was sober, and also, it was just us two the last time we went, and so we felt very much we were being pegged as a couple.
Yes. Everywhere we go, well, because we're the only two, well, at first, I feel like Naya's a lot more of a party girl than both of us, but, like, you were hanging out with Naya, we were less hanging out as a group.
Yeah.
So, like, when we had the trio friend group, and also Isabel, I think, was kind of integrating at that time, and a little bit Helen, we were the only two for the last year who, especially last summer, were consistently wanting to go out. Right. So everywhere we went, we just gave couple. Especially because of the way we dress and the way... Like, I think... I was about to say, you give more straight passing in your, like, every going out look than I do. Mm-hmm. But I would just say you look more than I do. I wouldn't say I would see you on the street and think she's definitely straight when you're going out.
You could say... I wouldn't...
But also... I don't know. But my point when I was about to say, it definitely gives whenever the two of us go out, because no matter what I'm wearing, I do not ever give straight.
Yeah.
I always give LGBT Q plus in some way.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know if it's about sexuality or gender or whatever. Like, I'm always on some sort of vibe. So when the two of us go out together, it's always like, oh, so she's fucking the alt one.
Yeah, so that's why it's hard to go out alone together, and then, well, we have fun regardless, but it's hard for us to just go kiss girls. Also with all the other hard stuff about us just being loser sapphic people, like.
Yeah, Bottom's costume incoming for the Halloween episode. If you know, you know.
Yeah, spoiler, just be looking out for that, because we're very excited.
Can the loser, untalented lesbians come to the main office?
Yeah. And, well, we're not lesbians, but still.
No, I know, but that was the quote.
But still. Well, yes, I'm just saying, we're adjacent.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that more in the episode, for sure, how much it is very much a movie about us.
Do you want to describe your outfit? Just, like, our shirts say stuff, so I'm thinking, like, an outfit.
To see, because you probably can't see because of my hair. Yes. So these are the boots that I wore for Charlie. I actually really like them, and my feet didn't hurt much last time, so I hope I get as lucky. This was a skirt that I was going to wear for Charlie, and then I ended up wearing the even shorter one, if you can believe that, because this one's pretty short, but decided to break it out. And then my shirt is it says, I support a man's right to shut the fuck up. Because, yes! Well, yes. So, that's what I got going on.
Necklace, matching diamond castle necklace with me that I'm not wearing because, once again, we're trying to beat the allegations at the club.
Yeah.
But via, 2 episodes ago, our favorite queer icon couples. Yes, where it's the matching necklace that Alexa and Liana wear. I did get it for her for Christmas.
But for us, it's just about friendship.
Yeah.
For us, it's just about friendship. The movie is about being gay. And I guess we are gay in our own rights, but we're not a couple. Stop asking.
She's also got some purple makeup going on. Maybe you can't see from that far, but
with
it's
the
all
lights,
complementing. I can see, like, the light hitting you. I can see the purple highlight, like, down the side of your face really well, but I'm also on this angle.
True. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, rings to come, bracelets to come, because I do have some number bracelets. Well, yes. And I just don't want to wear them on because I don't want them to be making noises. Yeah. But you guys will see TikToks, I'm sure, with the full fit.
Yeah, we're planning on making TikToks. My outfit, it's showing more skin than it actually appears while I'm sitting, but this used to say a tank top that said Pussy Slayer that I used to wear in college. But the Slayer part ripped off. Well, the R in Slayer had ripped off, like, the first Pride I was here in 2023, and I had left it that way, and I kind of thought that I had left it that way permanently, but I just went in to change, and I pulled it out, and I guess I ripped off the whole Slayer, so now it just says Pussy in giant letters.
You could have done the ER and it'd be Pussy Slay.
Right? I don't know why. I don't remember where along the line possessed me that it should just say Pussy, but now this is what it is, and I saw it, and I said, oh, I need to wear that.
I bet you're gonna get lots of compliments on it today.
I fucking hope, man. No one ever hits on me at a gay bar, but this is a fake leather, like, mini skirt. Like, cheeks are out.
Her ass is out. Yes, everyone. Pause. Round of applause. Thank you.
And it's technically low rise, but because it's like, it's very loose, you know, because it's pleather and it's like just a zip in the back. I'm wearing it a little bit higher rise, so like more ass, less stomach. I'm not feeling super confident with having my stomach out with all my body changes that I've endured over the past year and a half, 2 years.
You just got that cool stomach tat, though.
Well, that's why I wanted to get the stomach tat. Well, it's a werewolf because of the Marauders. I can't lie about that.
Well.
But also I wanted to get it. I have it. It's right here. I'm actually getting the detailing done Sunday. But I wanted to get a stomach tat because when I was insecure about my stomach, how it was changing at first when I first got out of the hospital, because I lost a ton of weight and kept losing, and then all of a sudden I was gaining. Basically, the minute my body was recovering.
Right.
That's when I got this tattoo, that senior year of college. But also I was so skinny then, and I was losing weight that fall, and I didn't know it. Mm-hmm. So I think it was a little bit of both the placebo effect of the tattoo and also that my body was changing, and I never know when it's changing. It's more so once the change has occurred that I realize. But, oh my god, that fall semester, anyone in my sorority can attest, or who knew me live can attest to this as well. Girl, I was wearing crop tops, then tucking them in like this, like all the way, so it went tucked right under my bra, and like fucking Medusa tattoo out at all times.
That's valid.
Whole midriff always out. I miss the rage, and not even. I mean, I do miss what my body looked like at that time, but I more so miss just, like, the comfortability in that, and being able to... And I think a part of the reason why I'm not comfortable anymore is just because I'm a bit more mature than I was at 22.
Yeah.
I mean, not, like, crazy much. I'm only 24.
Right.
But, like, I no longer feel the need to... Like, I was wearing even... Not that, like, the epic, like, the double crop, the way I would crop them, but I would wear those normal crop tops to, like, class or, like, going out to get groceries and stuff. Yeah. And that's just... I don't ever feel comfortable doing that now.
Yeah.
And that's just because I think I got older. I'm wearing my Marceline from Adventure Time socks. I don't know if the camera goes this far, but she's gay too. Maybe I'll find my Princess Bubblegum tonight. Who knows? And then I got some cute little Mary Janes. I wanted to wear my Big Stomper boots, like that are comparable somewhat to Morgan's, but I stepped on a screw. I'm having the worst week of my life, actually. That's kind of full disclosure. I'm having the worst week of my life.
And that's saying something, because you've had a lot of pretty bad weeks.
True. Yeah. But, like, it's all hitting all at once. Anyway, I stepped on a screw and it went into my foot, so it really hurts to walk. Well, it hurts to walk now, but I can do it. Yesterday, I couldn't do it, like, walk at all. So I decided big heel stomping boots was not the vibe. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see from that far. But my earring says, gender is a social construct, or just a construct?
Or just a construct. Construct.
Gender is a construct. because, exploring gender these days.
True.
And also in support of the he, him, lesbian movement.
Oh!
Not movement, but,
We're gonna get some lesbians after us.
I'm sorry. It's literally,
I totally agree, but they're gonna come for us, and I'm like...
Then come.
I'm
sorry. Gender and sexuality is made up. Like, we make it up. So why can't you just choose what fits? I'm sorry, to me, I understand the argument, and I somewhat agree that in a lesbian or sapphic community, the whole point is there are no men. It's women loving women, right? Mm-hmm. And to me, that means there's no cis men. Because cis men are in a binary, and they're straight. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not changing any of their labels, nor are they most of the time thinking about what those labels are.
Yeah.
If you are part of the LGBTQ plus community in some way, especially if you are genderqueer in some way, like, to me, that is, you choose what label you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
And who the fuck is to tell you or police that?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, who do I look like telling a trans person what they can identify as?
Right.
No! I'm not going to tell them what their gender should be, and I'm not going to tell them what their sexuality could be. You'll never see me doing that.
Pronouns are fucking words.
Yes.
Like, and that doesn't take away from what you're... Sorry, in saying that, it almost sounds like it doesn't... I'm not saying that what gender you are choosing represents you doesn't actually represent you. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, we're all choosing for ourselves how we feel. And I'm sorry, I don't believe in policing other people in that sense of what communities they can and cannot be in. Exactly. In terms of being inside the LGBTQ
and before community. People come for us because their main argument is, oh, so you don't see trans men as real men. No, I do, but they're not cis men. And I think saying that their experiences are the same as cis men is, in my opinion, putting down all the work and the struggle that they've had to go through as a trans man.
And also, like, yes, trans men are 100% men, and I fucking view them as such. But it's on them how they want to define their sexuality. Like,
we are by no way saying that a trans man has to identify as a lesbian. We are saying they can identify as a lesbian if they choose. If they want to identify as straight, they can also choose to do that. But we will not be telling them what they can and cannot identify as. That's the point.
Exactly.
And that's where you guys are getting wrong when you're like, how are we the TERFs? How are we the TERFs? Because you're trying to police a trans person. That's what you're doing.
Yes. And also, like, if you are a lesbian and you only want to date other cis women lesbians, then
Thank
do
you.
it.
Because that's what they say. As a woman, I don't want to date a trans man. I don't want to date a man. Then don't. Then
no
don't.
One's fucking making you.
Oh my god.
Even Ginger scratching the wall in anger. Okay? And Ginger is definitely a TERF. For real.
It's even a lot calling her a TERF because is she a feminist? I don't know.
No.
She said,
let me come in the room and set things straight.
Yeah. So that's how we feel about that. Obviously, it's if you're not in the queer community, more like queer Twitter, or like queer TikTok, you might not
have seen that discourse. But if you're online and you're in the LGBTQ community, you're 100% seeing it.
I'm sure you can't avoid it. Yeah. And it's so sad to see the community tear each other apart during Pride Month. It's just like,
I agree. And
y'all,
also,
let's just scissor, like, fuck!
And also in one of the hardest Pride Months that have occurred in a long time. Really. Not that there's not always struggle, because there always is. It is always an uphill battle in a way. But, like, the way that companies have stopped even being performatively prideful. Mm-hmm. Things like that. Exactly. Like, can we not just fucking be united? Ginger, get your fucking head out of the trash can, or so help me God.
She's being a bad girl today, guys.
She's just hungry, but, like, she's not, though. She's just hungry in idea. She's not actually hungry. She's just a fucking brat.
She's bored. She's bored and she's hungry. Who can relate? Who can relate to that?
She's bored and she's a brat. But yes, those are the earrings I'm wearing, and everything else is my typical jewelry. I might add some more rings, but the thing is, like, once I wear these two rings so long, like, I don't take them off ever, that it's, like, comfortable, and I don't process the feeling of wearing rings, and it almost is a bit overstimulating them when I put other rings on, because I notice them. That's
why you notice those ones?
No.
Or, like, just the other rings you notice?
Yes.
Them?
Yeah. I think I don't ever take off any of my jewelry. I have an anklet, I have a bracelet, or multiple bracelets, and I wear one necklace. Sometimes I wear that one with it. Mm-hmm. And then I have the 2 sets of earrings. And I change these earrings, but not as frequently as I used to. I have a big collection of earrings, because a big part of my personality was switching earrings every single day to match the outfit or the vibe.
Yeah.
But when I add more jewelry on, it's overstimulating to me, and I think the reason why I wear things that I like 24/7 is so that I get used to it, so that
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
valid.
am not overstimulated by jewelry that I want to wear.
That's kind of what I've done with the necklace. I don't think I could do bracelets or rings full time because I do get overstimulated. For a night, it's fine, but like on a consistent basis. But now my necklaces have just become my stim toy. So when I don't have them on, I'm like reaching to play with it, and then I'm like, oh.
Well, this necklace has a lot of significant meaning. It is lyrics from The Archer by Taylor Swift, which is my favorite Taylor Swift song. I actually don't know which lyrics it is because I was going to read them and say what it meant, but now I'm like, maybe I'm fake.
Oh my god, I can barely... Oh, but who could stay? What is
Oh,
one?
Who could ever... Yeah. It's the lyrics for Who Could Ever Leave Me, Darling, but Who Could Stay. I love that song. I literally, when I went to Europe, when I graduated college, I got a tattoo for The Archer. It's right there. I have 2 tattoos for music artists. My first ever tattoo was a Harry Styles tattoo. It says, "Loving is the antidote," from his song Golden. It's my favorite song of all time. It's hidden amongst the giant Attack on Titan leg. When she was doing it, she was like, "Do you want me to cover it?" And I kind of wanted to say yes, because it's not actually badly done. But the artist was an apprentice at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't sure if I wanted to cover it because I feel weird having tattoos that represent real people. But at the same time, it's for the song that I love, and that's why I ultimately was like, no, keep it and just go around it. And I think it actually looks really pretty and actually
I think I like the way that it
yes.
kind of goes, like,
right.
integrates with
and
it.
I don't think I've ever regretted my Taylor Swift tattoo either, because I'm not getting it for Taylor Swift. I'm getting it for the song and what the song means to me.
Mm-hmm. What's your reason you feel uncomfortable with that, if you want to share?
I would be nervous getting a tattoo for a famous person because they can always turn out to be a bad person.
Sure. Nope, that's
because
valid. That's
Taylor
what I
Swift
thought.
is an economic terrorist. Not economic.
Environmental?
Yes.
I mean, economic in a way, because, like, how much money she got.
Okay, my thing with Taylor Swift is I actually really hate, especially when men hate on her, because I am sorry, the number of billionaire celebrities that are men versus women, there's probably 1,000 more men. And I'm not trying to shit down on everyone, because I truly believe in my heart of hearts that every celebrity is kind of corrupt and bad. The only hope I have is that I'm really clinging on to and believing in my soul is that Harry Styles is not a predator. That's the bar is in hell. Yeah, I'm just really hoping that Harry Styles never turns out to be a predator, because I adore him. Even though I don't know him in real life. But no one knows any celebrity in real life, and I'm sorry, they're gonna do shitty things, and they're gonna be shitty because they have money. They have fuck you money, and when you have fuck you money, that means you say fuck you to pretty much everybody. But another example is, everyone hates on Taylor Swift for her use of jet fuel, etc.
Yeah.
Beyonce and Jay-Z also have their own private plane and use it 24/7. Every single Kardashian, although I think all the Kardashians get their flack for their environmental impact, but no one is fucking getting on Beyonce's page and being like, well, don't you drive your private jet everywhere? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just not the same. People love to hate Taylor Swift. They just do.
Yes.
And I just don't agree with that.
Very easily hated woman. That part of the hate is valid in a way, but not when it's not evenly distributed against everybody.
Saying. Because
and then also people will hate on her for other, like, they just want an excuse.
Yes, exactly. Because I agree with the criticism. Yeah. No, billionaires, there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. Yeah. Period, point blank. And also, celebrities should not be driving around on private jets. Because that means, like, I can recycle my whole life and I'm still gonna have a minuscule carbon footprint compared to Taylor Swift.
Right. Yeah.
So, that's just my opinion on the matter. They're all shit. Like, and I agree, you are allowed to criticize Taylor Swift for that. All I'm saying is, she gets this hate, and it seems it's like you're targeting her specifically.
Right.
And you're not targeting everybody else. Like, fucking share the wealth, you know? Everyone who's a billionaire is fucking ass. They just are.
Yep.
But that's why I get nervous getting tattoos.
No, I thought that's what it was.
Celebrities.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, and I agree.
At myself and I'm like, but I also have a lot of anime tattoos and like art tattoos that could be made by problematic people, and I wouldn't know. But I think that's more so towards the art, and that's why I think I ended up keeping this one.
Sure.
Because the lyrics to Golden, I feel like more point towards the art than anything.
Yeah, definitely, because I think there's something very true about separating the art from the artist, and that goes not only for music, but like all pieces. Like, some of the most beautiful works of, you know, the 19th century, or just for example, or really anywhere before that, are made by some really awful people. It's like, well, do we throw away and burn those arts? No. We can separate that and just not idolize the person who's making the art.
Yep. Yeah. Do you have any specific cases where you found out something about... I feel like music specifically is the easiest because we don't really know, like, artists super well.
Sure.
But my question is there any music artists you found out something that they did and it made you feel icked out such that I really want to listen to their music? Because I agree, separate the art from the artist, but I have had personal scenarios where, like Rex Orange County, when I don't know if actually those ended up being true.
I don't remember.
A lot of allegations came out about him raping a girl, and it ruined, even if they're not true, which maybe makes me a shitty person, I can't listen to it anymore. It's too... all his songs are about love and devotion, and I'm like, this is not... Also, though, to be fair, Rex Orange County was me and Nick's, like, artist. I showed him to Nick.
Right.
And I think those allegations hit a little too close to home of what happened between me and Nick. Mm-hmm. So it almost... I think that's why it really ruined it. Because I listened to Rex Orange County when me and Nick broke up a good amount still. And then I heard that, and I was just like, bruh, no.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I think... I'm sure there's more... But, like, music artist-wise, I think the first one that comes to my mind is The Baby.
What did he do? I've never listened to him, so I wouldn't know.
He's homophobic.
Oh.
Yeah, he was, like, at an artist. I only mostly just... I don't listen to male rappers, really, period, because...
Me either.
What the fuck I gotta relate to you about?
Right.
But his songs with Megan. His songs with Megan are always so good.
Sorry,
Cash It. Crybaby.
Oh, yeah.
There's one more
I'm
for
sorry,
sure.
with Megan Thee Stallion, I don't be paying attention about any man on her tracks. I'm always like...
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I do listen to them now, because I'm like, no, I like, Megan is good on that, and that's who I care about. Yeah. And that's really all I was listening to, but I remember specifically when I heard about that, I'm like, I gotta remove that song from my playlist. I don't want to hear this man on my fucking... on my Spotify coming up. I just don't even want to hear him when he's spewing shit like that. He was like... Yeah, he was saying some shit about AIDS or whatever. I don't remember the exact stuff. Look it up.
I think we should talk about how we both listen to female rappers, but my one thing I'm going to say on the topic we're currently on, I cannot fuck with Kanye West. I just can't. There's so many things that I think make him horrifying, and the more he does, the more horrified I am. I was kind of, like, judging men when Donda came out. Like, that is a while ago, but not super long time ago. And people were like, but the songs are good, though. Same with Drake's new album. Hate to say it, I also feel the same way about... But that's a little bit more nuanced. That is a little bit more nuanced, because I will always turn up to The Best Thing. You ever wanted, we can do it real big, bigger than we ever done it. Best I ever had.
That's Drake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Kanye West still.
No, I switched and said,
my bad.
Drake is the same, but for Drake it's more nuanced.
Yeah.
Because I fuck with old Drake and I still listen to old Drake a good amount.
Kanye, like...
But I did not even want to listen to Drake's new album at all. I don't care for it.
Oh, yeah.
I think I do truly, before, Not Like Us even dropped, I have thought Drake is a pedophile since I have learned about him and learned about his relationship with Millie Bobby Brown.
Right.
I've always thought he was a pedophile. I haven't listened to anything that didn't come out before I was in high school.
Yeah. I think...
Or after I was in high school.
Yeah, I think the same for me. And, well, again, I didn't really listen to him. I'll say the one exception, because I have to be honest, because people will call me out, is obviously Childish Gambino. And he has his own problematic issues of his own, and I get it, and I really... know that I struggle with that, because I do not support his problematic topics in his songs. But I really like his lyricism. I'm not excusing it. I don't excuse it. But it really is like...
Every girl has to have their problematic male rapper, because the only male rapper I listen to in a way that's like, I love all of his heart, because with Kanye West, I listen to Violent Crimes and that's it. Because the meaning of that song eats down. But he's a hypocrite because he doesn't even abide by his own lyrics. Besides that, he icks me out. With Drake, it can only have come out when I was in high school or earlier.
Yeah.
You know, some of those old bangers, sure.
Yeah.
Everything else, not interested. You gross me out.
Right.
But my somewhat problematic artist that I adore, Tyler, the Creator. His old songs, okay, so...
Sure, go ahead.
He is not really anymore. He is also, but it's a nuanced conversation, okay, because he is outly queer, right? But in his old albums and his old raps, he would say the word dyke. But he is not sapphic in any way.
Right.
So he can't say those things. He can't say the word dyke. He doesn't do it now, but he did. And I don't really know if he got educated and stopped or just stopped because, I mean, the 2000s, he started releasing music, to be fair, in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like when we were still
Same
kids.
with Childish.
Right. So I think that was a different vibe at the time. I mean, I rewatched Jennifer's Body recently, and they say the R slur. They make jokes about the R slur. They say the word dyke. Like, you know, the early 2000s were definitely another beast. Not saying that it was ever okay, but it was a lot more normalized.
Yeah.
But I respect people who don't fuck with Tyler, the Creator, because he was so nonchalant about that. And he also, some of his old lyrics are very violent against women in nature. And I think the old persona, especially on Goblin, where he does a lot of those, and I love that album, but it is... I think what he was trying to get at as an artist... it makes me sound like I'm defending him. This is my perspective, though. What I think he was trying to get out at as an artist was just a violent man. Just a violence, and he has... It's almost like the Jekyll and Hyde vibe. Like this almost like alternate persona who is born from such pain that they only wreak destruction. And also... a lot of his themes when he is talking about how he wants to have sex with someone or he's in love with someone, it's passion so extreme it becomes violent passion.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he was going for, but there's some of those old songs where it's like, no, you sound like a rapist.
Right.
But I loved Chromacopia. Igor is, to me, the best rap album of all time. And I could talk about that forever, but I'll leave it at the sentence of he wrote a rap album about falling in love with a man who refuses to acknowledge that he's gay/queer, and then eventually leaves him for a girl, and somehow got every fucking white boy on planet Earth in 2019 to praise that album like God wrote it. And it is that good, but it's hilarious, because Nick showed it to me back in the day, and I remember listening to it, and I'm like, this gay as fuck, but I didn't say that.
Right.
But, like, Nick was like, this is the best album ever made. And that's what everyone was praising at the time. And then I love it, I think, for a completely different reason than Nick loved it. Right. But it is such a good queer story, and it's devastating. It's such a good album. But I solely respect because of the fact that he had all those white men, and just cis straight men in general, all praising that album. That album won awards. New Magic Wand is his most famous song of all time. Yeah, praising awards for a fucking gay love story, and you know what? I'm a support that. But yeah, he's my nuanced, sort of problematic male rapper. He's the only male rapper I listen to on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, girl.
But that's why you just shouldn't idolize celebrities.
Yep.
Because
I agree.
I mean, if they're not problematic now, they might have had problematic pasts, and it's just like they're people just like you and I. Except sometimes they do worse shit, especially with the more money they have. But it's also like, don't idolize them because they have definitely made some fucked up mistakes.
Yep.
I think, I think it's kind of a younger thing that people tend to do, and kind of grow out of as they age. But
I was really parasocial with One Direction in 5 Seconds of Summer to a concerning degree, but I was also 13 years old.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Grace to me, past me. But I will say, I don't understand women. Maybe this makes me sound not like a girl's girl, a little bit judgmental. But, like, girls, like, why are you not fucking hardcore with the female rappers? And why are you fucking with... I don't understand someone who listens to mainly male rappers. Because I'm sorry, female rappers deserve more credit than they ever fucking get. When Doechii won the Rap Album of the Year award, third woman ever to win, and got presented it by the second woman to ever win, Cardi B, I cried. Like, I literally just started crying because, like, they do not get paid their due diligence. They are all fucking fantastic. Some of the best rap songs. And also, like you said, what do I have to relate a man about? Fucking bitches getting money. The only time I listen to a song and I'm like, this is giving I want to fuck bitches and get money, is listening to Mobamba by Sheck West. I love that song in a way that is not normal. Yeah. I adore that song.
It's because I have a friend who's like that, and I'll tell you, it's just internalized misogyny. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, I guess that's kind of crazy for me to say. If you don't like female rappers, you are misogynistic, but I'm gonna kind of say it, and I'm gonna kind of stand on that.
I agree. Because,
like, what are your problems? Oh, you don't think they're good enough? Well, you're just wrong. You're just wrong because they don't win awards at the same amount, obviously, but they do win awards. And they do eat men up on the charts. If you want to, whatever, maybe that they're not your taste, but again, I think that's just your problem. Oh, you don't like to hear them talking about their pussies or okay, so you're listening to male rappers who just talk about their penis. Like,
yeah,
you're being misogynistic. Like, seriously.
If you don't like female rappers because you don't like crudeness, then you just don't like rap or modern lyricism.
Yeah.
Period. Because I'm sorry, I think that's where a lot of misogynistic tendencies come in society, because everybody is obsessed with sex and in the media and any type of like famous anything, right?
Yeah.
We as a people are obsessed with sex, but yet we are so disgusted by it, especially in women.
Yeah.
And you can't have it both ways. You can't say, I want to hear about fucking bitches and getting money from a man, and not want to hear a girl sing about, I'm gonna fuck on this man and I'm gonna dump his ass because he's poor.
Right.
Or talking about her big fat ass. That is the fuck. Yes, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I had a roommate in college. She doesn't think this way anymore, but she did not like Megan Thee Stallion because she was like, all she does is shake her ass and talk about how fat her ass is and
Yeah.
And I was like, but okay.
All you gotta do is put her on her freshman freestyle where have you ever seen that? Oh, we need to watch that. Her freshman freestyle, like, they do, like, new upcoming rappers, they just do freestyles, and she's just going against a bunch of men, and she eats them alive! And, like, tell that's not talent, because that's before she got her big fame.
Yep.
That's talent. She eats them up on that beat. Yeah. Oh my god, we're watching that
Something about Megan Thee Stallion is me saying don't idolize any celebrity, but I ride for Megan Thee Stallion. I ride for her personally. If she called me on my personal number and said, you need to come and you need to be my bodyguard, you need to come, you need to beat this bitch up, I fucking would. Like, not a doubt in my mind. When she was on Love Island, she just went on Love Island, I was like, I thought my sister had texted me. You texted me a few minutes later, but my sister had texted me in a way that made it seem like she was a bombshell, and I was like mad. I was like, get her ass off Love Island. There's not a single man in that fucking villa that would ever deserve her. Not in a billion fucking years. I love how crazy Renee Rapp is about Megan Thee Stallion, how protective, because that is exactly how I feel. Yeah. I ride for Megan Thee Stallion, and she did not deserve any of the hate she got when she fucking got shot. That pisses me off too. And that also is a reason why I fucking hate Drake. Because everyone was always like, Tory Lanez, blah, 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 like, it's not his fault, all this. Yes, he fucking shot her. And they're like, well, she said in the police report that he didn't shoot her, all this stuff. Yeah, because she was fucking scared. Yeah, you fucking lied. You lied to the police. I'm sorry, you're a black woman, you're lying to the fucking police. Like, if you're any person of color, especially if you're a woman, police are fucking scary. They're not for you. Like, and that's me saying that from a white passing, like, privileged perspective.
No, 100%.
You know,
the police were put into place to protect white people from people of color.
Yes.
Look, do your history, also, look it up. That's what it was really for.
Also, I saw a tweet the other day, and I completely agree. The police are never stopping crimes from happening. They show up after they happen. So, like, what the fuck are they protecting you from? For real. If someone's gonna break into your house, they're gonna kill you before the police get there.
Yeah.
The police are there to just, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's fuck the police forever. It's fuck 12 forever. But, that pissed me off. So much about that situation pissed me off. Actually, every single person who defended did not defend Megan Thee Stallion, defended Tory Lanez, pissed me off. Where I was like, I do not fuck with you anymore as a person or as a celebrity. And I got on Ange's case for a while because there's one Tory Lanez song that The Color Violet, maybe? I think that's one of his famous songs.
I don't listen to any of this shit.
It was a famous song either last year or the year before. Something like that, right? There's this one song. And she was blasting it all the time, and I could always see it on her earbuds. And I was like, girl, stop. No, because I actually don't play with me about Megan Thee Stallion. That was one of those things I'm like, yeah, you can separate the art from the artist, not Tory Lanez, man. If I see you listen to Tory Lanez, I'm fucking mad at you. Like, for real. I think Liv was listening a little bit, too. And every time I see it, I'm always just like, Ange knows not to play no Tory Lanez in front of me.
Yeah. I think I kind of feel the same about Chris Brown, because how are you going to do Rihanna like that?
Yes.
Don't even play!
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's a more nuanced conversation for Ange, because she grew up obsessed with him the way that girls grew up obsessed with Justin Bieber and One Direction.
Yeah.
So she will still play some of his music, but she does not condone anything he has
done. Of course, yeah.
But I agree with that as well. I do not fuck with Chris Brown. Okay, Can we talk about cancel culture, how fucked up it is? Because why are we not canceling him? He is going and playing venues, selling out to over 100,000 people
I don't
right
understand
now.
it.
Like, what do you mean?
Because didn't he just win a Grammy, right?
Yep.
Hello? Oh my god.
Yeah,
I don't even want to talk
ruining
about it.
fucking people's careers and lives. Why aren't we ruining his career and life?
Yeah.
That pisses me off. Because I think it's one thing to listen to old Chris Brown because that's what you grew up on. It's another thing to go to his concert in this day and age in the fucking big year of 2025.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, yeah, if you listen to his old songs now, it's like, how much is he actually benefiting off of that piece of art? Not really. But yeah, to actually support him, give him money to go see him in concert.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Don't fucking...
I'm judging you.
Shit.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm judging you.
I'm judging you. But that's a long story short. I fucking ride for Megan Thee Stallion. I adore her. Yeah. I adore her.
Yes, she's a great lady. I would love to. I would love to know her.
She just cosplayed for an ad of something, Luffy from One Piece, and I was like, yes! Every time she pops out with a new cosplay, I'm like, applause, standing up. And when she popped out as Gojo, the Non-Ami Nation group chat with me, JT, Bradley, and Ryan, blowing up. Everyone going, oh, because one thing about Non-Ami Nation, we ride for Megan Thee Stallion as well. JT and Bradley will all be texting all caps anytime Megan Thee Stallion does anything.
Right.
We're obsessed.
Yeah, and she deserves that obsession, to be honest.
When she dropped the second Megan 2, I haven't listened to the full album yet. I need to. But when she dropped the music video for Bigger in Texas, you can attest, I was making everybody watch it.
Yes.
She looks so good. It, is mouth-watering.
Yeah. It's quite, just, how does she live? I can't imagine living with so much aura and beauty and grace, just and confidence.
Yeah.
I'm sure, she talks about it in her songs, she does have her really tough days, but I don't know. Yeah, I just can't imagine.
Her bars are also just unmatched. I was listening to Bigger in Texas when I was going to get the drinks for later tonight. And she says, ass sitting up like a horse's. And I'm like, if anyone's going to have an ass like a horse's, it's fucking you. Because she's right. She is right. I be getting head while I'm playing my Switch. I love when she also brings up, because one of her favorite animes is Naruto. So a lot of her older songs, if she's in these newer songs, especially, she uses Jujutsu Kaisen, this tattoo and all this fucking art shit. She uses the interlude song, that dun 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 for the anime rap song she did.
Yeah.
And she's referencing, she got the actor for Yuji to blah blah blah. She's referencing a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen and Naruto in that song, but in her older raps, in her older bars, she is referencing Naruto a lot. And now that I've actually, like I said, I'm watching Naruto, when she says something about Sasuke, I'm like, yes, I know it. That makes fucking sense now because what is the Girls in the Hood? She mentioned Sasuke and Naruto by name, and I never understood. I knew it was a Naruto reference, but I didn't know anything about the character's personality, so I didn't understand the bar. And now that I do, I'm like, girl has always been cooking.
Exactly.
One thing about me, I love a hot girl who's a weeb.
Well, yes, and that's your calling card. If you're watching this.
Yeah, if you're a hot girl and you're a weeb, hit me up.
We should make bracelets that say "We Know Better" on it. We Know Better podcast on it.
Oh my god.
And give them out, literally. Well, guess what, you guys? I've been going on dates. I'm not gonna really share much outside of that, and I do tell each person about the podcast.
What have they said? She does not talking about until it's a thing.
I just it's kind of out of respect for them in a way. Yeah,
I don't pry, but I haven't heard a lot about these dates in general.
Oh, you're saying
is what I'm saying.
You're from your perspective. I'm for the podcast perspective.
I'm explaining, I guess, because I'm saying that we have kind of a similar perspective on the situation right now. I really don't know anything about the situation.
Yeah.
All I have known for the past few weeks is that she's been going on dates, period. That's all I've known. Anyway, but that's why I'm asking you genuinely, not even just for the podcast, because I want to know, what do they say when you tell them you have a podcast?
They're just oh, that's interesting. What is it called? What is it about? And I just kind of, explain it, and just, it's a little fun thing we do. But I'm what better way to get the word out about the pod than, recruit some people to watch?
Fuck, we should do that. We should go up to hot girls, 10 out of 10s. We should repost the old TikTok. Yeah. But then make a new one tonight, going up to 10 out of 10s, and we're giving them We Know Better bracelets.
Yes! That's so fun. By the time you guys watch this, this will be already way over and done
By
with.
the time
and probably
you guys watch this, we have definitely bagged 2 girls from the sapphic night. We're in long-term relationships, wedding on the horizon. Well, the next time we record is going to be in a month from now because I'm going to Greece in a week and a half for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So this is a pre-recorded episode that's dropping right when I get back from Greece, which means there's another 2 weeks before we even post again. So, you know, sapphic time, that could be plausible.
You guys don't know we might be changed women by the next month, by the month past that you see us.
Well, that's what Brittany Broski's been saying. She's been saying her psychic and all her is telling her that she's gonna have like some sort of transformative July. True. And she's been saying it so much in her content that I like believe it about myself.
Yeah, but she also said that a man is coming for her soon, so we rebuke that.
Don't claim that. Don't claim that. But yeah, if you're a weeb and you're hot and you're a girl
or girl adjacent,
hit my line. Or alternatively, if you're interested in girl adjacent people who are weebs and hot, hit my line back. It's kind of like a goes both ways thing. Well, I was thinking about it because I posted a TikTok like a week ago of like, it was just like when a 10 out of 10 is over, wants to see your apartment, like in parentheses, like I'm cooked.
It was a cute little trend and you showed off like your apartment.
You showed off your apartment and I was just poking fun at myself because I'm a nerd.
Yeah, but I also like to show off, you got a lot of neat collections and like passions, and it's like you're just showing them off for the world to see. And a lot of people, well, before you get into the rest, but a lot of people were very interested.
Yes. But my TikTok somehow got on man talk because men were commenting being like, there's no 10 out of 10 coming to your apartment. Or they'd be like, I love that volume that you have of this specific manga and I want to come over to your house and I want to read it. Like, girl, you're not coming to my house. I'm scared.
Do not come.
Or so many men were like, you are my soulmate. Like, period. Perfect. Full sentence. Capitalize Y and U. Period at the end. I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. And like,
boy, you ain't mine. Get out of here.
The ratio doesn't even make sense because it didn't even get that many likes. Like, it got like 400 something likes, which is better than anything else. I'm not fucking famous on TikTok, so its performance better than all my other TikToks have.
You guys can help us with that,
almost about 100 comments. That's 1/4 comment ratio. Yeah, that's not normal.
It's pretty intense.
It's not normal, and men had something to say. It was very scary. I then posted another TikTok to a sound bit from Naruto, and I said, men are treating my fucking comment section like Love Island. Please stop.
Yeah, if you're a man, please get off of TikTok. Or I guess you could be on it, but don't comment on stuff that's obviously meant for women. Like,
and just not even
what's wrong with you?
Like, what about it? Almost like, and I have a sex poster right there, and it's like the different sex. It's a sex position for every zodiac sign, right? And like, fine, I guess that is sexual in nature. But like, men were saying like, oh, I want to put a girl into to Pisces position, and stuff like that. And then also people were commenting on me, being like, so you have a sex poster in your room, must be a skill issue that you have to look it up. And I was like, how did me posting about my apartment turn into a conversation about me and my body and sex? Yeah. How did I somehow get sexualized when I'm showing you pictures of my fucking weeb shit? Like, I hated that. That was what made me uncomfortable. I don't really give a fuck if a man wants to come in my comments and fucking insult, as we've explored on this podcast when men come for us too. I don't really give a fuck if you want to insult me. Do it. I don't fucking care. Engagement, whatever. But what makes me uncomfortable is when you are sexualizing me when there's nothing to even sexualize. I mean,
your body wasn't even in it.
But like, there's a different. I would say it would be a bit different if I was posting a collage of me in cosplay versus my fucking anime room. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit different scenarios. Like, nothing of my body whatsoever.
Right.
Freaked me the fuck out. Hated it.
Yeah.
So that's why I said when I was saying, oh, like, weeb men, if you want a weeb woman adjacent person, like, no, only women adjacent people can want me. Sorry.
Yes.
Till further notice.
And that includes trans men because, well, saying woman adjacent isn't right, but.
Sorry, let me correct. If you're a cis man and you're into weeb alt women, I don't want you. Everybody else, if you think I'm hot and you like weeb shit, then come my way. Okay, that's when I say bisexual, that's kind of what I mean, but also I do find cis men attractive. I just think that I don't respect them as people as much or as often or as generally as I do everybody else. Mm-hmm. So the chances of me getting into a relationship with one is less. I'd fuck a cis man. I would. But that's, I don't know.
That's not an invitation for y'all out there.
No. No, it is not.
But also kind of around dates, I want to touch on quick. Tinder just came out with a double date feature, and yeah, we're on that.
Yes.
And yeah, we're on that.
Before we even made the pod, we made a Hinge profile for us to double date, and we went on one date.
Yeah.
But we talked to a few groups of people, and we weren't even doing it for content purposes. We were just doing it because we wanted to. We thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
And Isabel brought it up to me after watching us talk about dating, saying, "Oh, you should bring back the double dating Hinge so that you can, you know, go on dates, be a little bit maybe less selective, but like get a lot of content and stories out of it for the pod."
True.
And I was like, that's a great idea.
Us content farming dates.
Content farming men. Should I swipe right on the... Oh my god. So I finally got Tinder back. I've been banned, like I said before.
You didn't get it back though. Yeah,
I used my good friend Kevin's number. Shout out Kevin. Thank you. Mwah. Now he has to give me the code every time I need to sign in because my number is banned. But I made my way back to Tinder so that we can double date. Mm-hmm. And I'm scrolling through. There's this man, and he is on the double dating profile with about 4 other of his homeboys.
Yeah.
And I don't think this man was, like, hot, really, but he was stereotypically attractive. I think women would find him.
Yeah.
Yes. And his friends who he was double dating with were, like, the ugliest creatures. And he was mogging them, and every time, and he had, like, 4 double dating profiles.
Yeah,
so, like,
it was
he
crazy.
showed up, I was scrolling, and I was like, this man again? And he's still eating up the other man to a way that is, like, actually rude and mean. Like, I was like,
why would you want to double date with your friend when he looks like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was the friend, I would be like, bro, take it down. Like, you're making me look bad. Because those men weren't even, like, super ugly. I mean, they were ugly, in my opinion, but conventionally, not super ugly. It's just the comparison did them dirt. Like, it paid them dust and dirt. It was embarrassing.
Exactly.
And then I kept scrolling, and then the ugly was started double dating with each other as well. So they took the hot guy out and they started making profiles together.
Which might work better for them because of
it was definitely way more evenly matched. But they must have upwards of 20 profiles out in Tinder right now.
It's crazy.
So maybe I should go back and swipe right.
Maybe. Advice. Do you want to start or me?
Yes. Welcome to our... Whoa, what is it? What would we call the advice?
Unsolicited.
Yes. Welcome to Unsolicited Advice. We're running low on advice, so hit the link if you want to submit. It'll be in the bio as well as all of our social media.
Yeah.
Today, the advice I was given is, should I buy a Switch or should I wait for the Switch 2 to come out? I'm not sure which I should do. So by now, the Switch 2 already has come out, but it is grossly expensive, and in my opinion, they have not dropped a ton of games that are worth paying the extra money. Also, I think a Switch game is almost $100 now. Something crazy like that. And it didn't used to be that way. A Switch 2 game, because the big pull of the Switch 2 is Mario Kart. Yeah. The new Mario Kart. And even then, the new features of Mario Kart are, yes, there's like new races, but now between different racing tracks, you can race between them on like a road. But it's not like, there's nothing interesting about that. You're driving on a straightaway pretty much. So I think the whole Switch 2 thing is a rip-off, but I don't know what's coming. I think a new Zelda game is in the works. Maybe it's already announced. I'm not really sure. And that would sway my opinion, because if I couldn't play that on the Switch, I would be pretty upset. But, I mean, I've had my Switch since the year they came out, and mine's still going strong. And I think there's plenty of titles to play on the Switch. Mm-hmm. So, my advice is definitely the Switch. Unless you're a diehard Mario Kart fan, or there's another game that you're diehard about. Because that is why I bought the PS5 when it dropped. Because me and my sister shared a PS4. So I didn't have my own gaming console. But I wanted the PS5 really bad because they were dropping a Miles Morales Spider-Man game. Right. And Miles Morales is my favorite Spider-Man. And I was like, I need to play it. Yeah. So even though I don't think the PS5 was boasting much either besides a higher price, that was what sold me. So, maybe you have a game that you really want, but besides that, all I know of is Mario Kart, and if you're not diehard Mario Kart, then just get the Switch. Just get a Switch.
Yeah, I bet there's some, I bet the prices in regular Switch may have dropped as well, and then I'm sure, I got mine refurbished, and it works just fine, and that'll be obviously cheaper, so,
and you can also get, if you are not looking to play on your TV or a bigger screen as well, you can just get a Switch Lite, which is even less expensive, and that's just the handheld component. Yeah. So. And they're bigger color-wise.
That's true. Okay, so my question for advice was, how do I tell my boyfriend that Mountain Dew does not equal water?
Maybe buy it diet.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
I actually knew a guy in high school. He was a part of that friend group that watches this, Matt's friend group. He had to pass kidney stones in high school because of how much Mountain Dew he drank.
Yep. That is definitely very real. You need to be drinking water or you're going to get kidney stones, and those hurt like a motherfucker. Never had them, but my sister did, and they thought at first that it was a ruptured appendix. So you know how much that must hurt. And then like on pain pain scales, they put it near like close to childbirth.
Damn.
Especially for men. Women's can get bad too, but for men, like, it's quite serious. So drink water for that reason. But how to tell him? I think the best way, you gotta start telling him his cum tastes bad.
Yeah.
That's really it. Because guess what? I bet it do. If he's not drinking water, I bet it do. Yeah. So you need to be honest about that. Like, this tastes nasty. I don't know. I'm hoping maybe you're in a good enough space that you can do that. Maybe not nasty, but just like, I don't know how to like navigate that conversation because it's uncomfortable. If it is, I mean, like, I feel like if you're just not drinking water, your body's not getting the juice from, in a way to speak. It needs to like do all of its stuff properly. So I bet your sweat has a little bit of a stink. I bet your cum got a little bit of that weird, like, not right flavor. Like, your saliva, I bet, ain't gonna be right. It's probably affecting you.
Yeah. I have two things to bring up, but my advice is if you're living together, maybe just suggest, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like with men you need to manipulate them almost in a way, being like, oh, like, I'm just trying to, like, cut back on soda, like, I'm not trying, let's just buy less. Or just stop buying, maybe, or suggest buying less. But my question was going to be on the topic of cum and how cum tastes. Have you ever had, like really nasty tasting cum? And if so, did it have a specific taste? Because I haven't answered that question.
Oh, mine is no to specific taste. I think all taste bad. I gag every time. Yeah. I don't like any. I've never enjoyed any. But I haven't had, like, a specific one that sticks out.
What about pussy? Sorry, is that crazy to say? I feel like
those
are comparable things.
Mean, like, it's got also things gone down there.
You're tasting, that's why I'm asking. But I for your comfortability reasons.
I see what you're saying. Well, yeah, you're not like asking about a specific person. Actually, no. I haven't had problems with that, surprisingly.
I guess to clarify, do you also think that all pussy tastes bad?
No, I was going to say that, yeah, actually, no, I don't. It's like, well, because, like, dick itself doesn't, it's just specific secretion that does, but women, no, I haven't. I mean, I'm not going to lie that I said I've gagged when I'm down there sometimes, but I think that's more about my tongue sensitivity than it is about actual taste. So no, I haven't had any problems there, surprisingly. But again, it's like the penis, I've also not had any problems. It's just the actual thing. Yeah. And I think that could also be a mind thing, because then my brain starts to equate, like, oh, that's a secretion leaving your body. And then
Yeah, that's fair. When me and Nick first started dating, we would go... If Nick ever watches this, he's going to be like, bitch, can you stop?
He's going to, like, put a lawsuit out on you.
But when we first started dating, his parents came home about an hour and a half to 2 hours after we would get home from school. Okay. So we would rush to his place to fucking have sex pretty much every single day.
Right.
And one time we were fucking and his parents, you can hear the garage open and he was like determined to come. So then we switched, I was sucking him off, right? And he came right as his parents were walking up the stairs and about to rip his door open. And I literally swallowed right as they were opening the door. Like, his dick was away, but it was more like me who had to get my shit under control.
Yeah.
Because my clothes were on at that point. I did not fuck with getting caught by his parents. But, like, I had cum in my mouth. Like, swallowing it as they were opening the door. And when I say it tasted like old Mexican food. It tasted like old Mexican food that had been out for a week. I can still remember it because I had to use every fucking muscle in my fucking, like, everything here body.
Oh, my eyes are watering and I'm about to gag.
Throw up.
I just
and then I had a conversation with his mom.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer, like, my eyes are literally watering, because I just, like, I can imagine it, and I'm like, no!
It was horrible. 0 out of 10. But I don't think I'm not trying to say that Nick's cum was gross all the time. It was actually, but that's why I was asking if you've had any specific, because it can be effective.
He ate something.
But that's why I'm like, you are definitely 100% right about this Mountain Dew bullshit, because, like, I don't know what he was eating or drinking that day or that week or whatever. This so disgusting. But it never was really consistently bad after that. But also, I didn't really swallow cum a lot, because I don't really suck dick. Well, actually, I've had a renewed interest in it, as of late. But I think...
Oh, God, don't get that out there to the people with penises.
Maybe...
the men with penises, I should say.
I think we talked about this a little bit in previous episode. I think it might just be a strap fixation that I'm having.
Yeah.
And, like, a dick sucking in that way. Because I think it's hot. But from a watching the girl perspective. Like, I'm watching porn, watching a girl.
Yeah.
That's something we don't have to unpack right now. But me, myself, at the time, I don't really be sucking no dick. So, he'd be coming other places. So, it wasn't really an issue. So, maybe he did have maybe he does have bad taste in cum, and I just didn't know. Hey, Nick's new girlfriend, let me know.
Oh, God.
Hit the comments.
Wow. Maybe that was her that left that question. Is Nick a Mountain Dew drinker?
No, he wasn't. He didn't really fuck with soda. That's hilarious, though. So, we can talk about maybe sucking dick another time. Maybe let's get into our must recommends.
Yeah, I'm not going to recommend sucking dick. You'll never see me recommending that. If you want to do it, go ahead, but no. Did I talk about watching Brokeback Mountain in theaters last time?
No,
I can't remember.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yes, it did.
Oh, yes, it did. Because we filmed 3 days ago. But no, you didn't.
But no. Okay, that's what I'm going to recommend, but you can't do it anymore. Because it's not in theaters anymore.
You can rent a theater.
True. I recommend renting a damn theater. Don't matter who's there, how many people are there. If you can get a good people that are going to appreciate it, not laugh at the non-appropriate laughing parts. Because there are some little, like, you're supposed to giggle at some parts. But people are laughing at the meme scenes. Not chill. Anyways, get some of those people together and watch Brokeback Mountain in theaters while high with a friend or with a lover. But I don't have a lover, so I wasn't able to do that. But I watched it with a friend. And it was off a little Eddie, and it was an amazing experience. I mean, that movie is so good. I can't, like, y'all already know. If you don't already know, then you need to watch it, because that movie, regardless of being queer, it is just a beautiful, tragically devastating love story. Mm-hmm. So, and in like the cinema of it all, the filming, the shots, I can't think of the exact word I'm looking for, but that, like, the view is beautiful. Just because it's gay doesn't take away... Well, I mean, for a lot of people, it adds to the story. But even for straight people, you can maybe... I mean, you can empathize for sure. I was going to say relate, but, like, you're not being told you can't be together. Maybe if there's a situation that you can relate to, like, I'm not allowed to be with this person. You understand the yearning. You understand not being able together. Maybe you understand you wanting to be with a person that you can't be with. Maybe, not in the same way that queer people do, but it's just a beautiful story that I think anyone, if you really take it seriously, can find some, like, compassion for and some love for. So that's what I'll say on that.
Yeah, I agree. I love Brokeback Mountain. My must recommend is reconnecting with childhood friends, / I guess not necessarily reconnecting, but reaching out to them, because I just got back from a trip. I went to Disney World to visit my friend who works there. Her name's Allie. We've known each other since preschool. We have been friends for 20 years, since we were 4. Mm-hmm. But we were just in the same class, so our parents became family friends. And then somewhere in between 8th grade and early high school, we became, like, best friends, me and her, instead of just family friends.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I moved away, she moved away. We have our differences. We see each other about once a year. So that's what I mean. I guess reconnecting, not like someone you've never spoken to, but like, go see that person. Because the reconnection is so much fun. We wrote so many embarrassing fan fictions. We were If you think you're a fan of 5 Seconds of Summer, you're not. You were not as big a fan of 5 Seconds of Summer as me and Allie Whipke were.
I need to introduce you to my friend that is, like, crazy Five Sauce fan to this day. Emily, I don't think she watches. She's my childhood friend.
Listen.
I need to introduce you to, because
And
I think you guys could have a conversation for like 5 years and it'd be serious.
And
So she was writing fanfics too, girl.
And I believe you that she's a fan, but I literally swear on my life, no one was in as deep as me and Allie Whipke in the year 2015. Like, I don't know. Don't even. I'll actually get mad at you. Like,
you don't know my friend.
Yeah, and guess what? She don't know me. She don't know what I was like at that time. Me and Allie, the only fight we've ever had in our life was I thought that she was going to become in Luke's lane. And I wasn't even in Luke's lane. I was in Callum's lane. I've always been diehard for Callum. And we had a genuine fight because I was like, he's my second favorite. You're not allowed to be a fan of him. Like, it was serious. When I say, there's two things I'll actually get defensive over, and it is my love for 5 Seconds of Summer and my love for One Direction. Actually, Bradley tried to say in the group chat, like, Big Time Rush better than One Direction, and I actually got fucking mad. He was rage baiting me, and it worked.
Right.
Like, that conversation we just had, that you were rage baiting me, and
I wasn't, though, because her liking it doesn't take away how much you liked it.
I know, but I don't know how to explain it. I can't accept that she could ever understand it the way I understood it at the time.
Okay.
And even now, I'm a big fan now, but, we have so many, and my point being, we have so many inside jokes and so much embarrassing shit we did at the time, and so many beliefs, and, like, we listened to old music, we kept making, we made this TikTok, go and look at it, it's on Edgy Liz, I wish it blew up, we were drinking around the world, and I'm so serious, if we actually got on social media at the time, or if TikTok existed, Vine existed, but we weren't on any social media like that,
right.
We would be famous, because when I say I think I'm the funniest person alive, I've said that too many times, that is because me and Allie, we are the two funniest people alive. Like, I genuinely, nobody can understand until they really get us together. Like, but also our humor formed when we discovered Weston Corey in 2014.
Right.
Me, Allie, and Weston Corey grew up around the same time and, like, trading jokes in a way where he wasn't getting any of ours, but we were getting all of his and reusing and revising his material. So it was just a really, really good weekend. And I really missed her, and, you know, it's great seeing her, and we still have such a bond, and we got to go to Disney World because she works there, so I got to go for free. It was really fun. So, highly suggest doing that. And if you think you're a fan of 5 Seconds of Summer, actually don't even comment, because I'll block you, actually. I'll just get mad enough. Like, I don't even care. And, I'm gonna make Allie watch this episode. I'm gonna tell her now, because I don't think she's been keeping up. She'll agree with you. Allie, comment down below. Tell everyone they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No, that's my must recommend.
Alright. See you guys in a month for us.
Yep.
Y'all will see us in 2 weeks, for real.
Yeah.
In your time.
Yeah, recording in, over a month. Mm-hmm. We'll let you guys know how we are transformatively changed. Yeah,
you're gonna come back and maybe we'll be transformed for the worse. We'll be like, and nothing ever happened, like, no, bitches, still.
No, I'm manifesting it. Next episode that you guys are gonna see from us, even though it'll only be in 2 weeks' time, it's gonna seem like fucking new people.
Okay, well, we'll see you then.
Yes, bye.
Bye.